And the one that most nice guys do most, the big time, is giving to get. And this is due to a combination of factors within nice guys. A lot of times nice guys, let me just even define what a nice guy is, and then let me talk about the giving to get and the other mistakes nice guys make. But fundamentally, my definition of a nice guy is a person, man or woman, we're talking guys, so a guy that doesn't believe he's okay just as he is.
Okay.
In most cases, men internalized this belief at a really young age. And I mean even like 2 or 3 years old, 2 or 3 months old. All children start internalizing emotional beliefs about themselves and the world at a really early age based on the experiences they're having, typically in family, but in other contexts around them. And children, being really narcissistic by nature, believe they are the cause of everything that happens to them. So all children, based on experiences, they're hungry and nobody feeds them, or, dad disappears, or mom's sad all the time, or mom and dad are fighting. Those things all create stress and anxiety for little children, and they internalize a belief that they are the cause of that. And if they are the cause of that, there must be something wrong with them. And that gets internalized in the form of what psychologists call toxic shame, i.e. I'm not lovable, there's something wrong with me, people can see that. And it creates a grandiose belief on one end that I'm really terrible. I cause these bad things that are happening that are so painful. But there's a flip side to that grandiose belief that I can fix everything. I can make everything good. And we'll talk about that theme kind of throughout the 5 mistakes of I can fix it. I can make it good. But a core piece that happens with a lot of nice guys is they internalize a belief that they should not have needs. They're bad for having needs, or everybody else's needs are more important than their own. So what happens is that they often develop something that I call covert contracts.
Okay, right. Yeah.
And a lot of people tell me that read the book say this is one of the key takeaways for them. And a covert contract is just a giving to get. It's a strings attached gift. And is fundamentally manipulative, even though most nice guys would not think of themselves as being manipulative. But every covert contract, and there's 3 primary covert contracts that are pretty consistent for nice guys. And the 3 covert contracts are all an if-then proposition. If I do this, then this is going to happen. So the core is giving to get. So there's the 3 covert contracts. Number 1, if I'm a good guy, then I'll be loved and liked and get my needs met. And then for the single guys out there, that translates into the women I desire will desire me back and want to be my girlfriend and want to have sex with me. So there's that giving to get. I'll be a really nice guy, then I'll get these things back. The second covert contract is if I meet other people's needs without them having to ask, then they will meet my needs without me having to ask. So it's
that's a good one. Yeah.
I'm going to give it. Yeah, it's a good one. It doesn't work for shit.
No.
But, because number 1, we're giving to other people what we think they need, and often it's not what they need.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're giving to get. So it's manipulative and there's strings attached. And number 3, the other person has no clue, or the other people or God or the world or whoever has no idea that we gave to get because it's covert. It's not spoken. Right. So what happens with a lot of nice guys, they do this giving to get. Well, I'll do a lot of nice things for you, and then in return, you'll read my mind and do a lot of nice things for me without me having to ask. But then unfortunately, when you don't keep your side of the contract, which you didn't even know about because I never told you there was a contract, then I'm going to be resentful and pissed off and frustrated and maybe passive aggressive and maybe not so nice. So that's covert contract number 2, is that giving to get. I'm going to take care of your needs, then you'll take care of my needs. The third covert contract, still giving to get, is that if I do everything right, then I will have a smooth, problem-free life. And nice guys, really going back to that grandiose thinking of a 6-month-old baby, even though they're not thinking it, they're operating on an emotional level, is that if they can just be perfect, be good enough, not do anything wrong, then life will be perfectly smooth. Now, a couple problems with this covert contract. Number 1 is that, there's no rule book that says how to do it all right. And even the people that have tried to sell us these rule books, those rule books usually say everybody falls short of the ideal. All sin and fall short of the glory of God. So even the rule books that say how to do it say you're not going to get it right. And so there's no way to get it right. We're human. We're flawed. We're imperfect. And we don't live in a smooth, problem-free world. We live in a very chaotic, ever-changing world. But nice guys keep hanging on. If I can just do it right, get it right, my girlfriend won't get mad at me. My wife will want to have sex with me. My boss won't fire my ass. Whatever it is, if I just do it all right, I'll have this smooth, problem-free life. So that all of these get wrapped up into number one core nice guy mistake of if I am a good guy, I'll be loved and liked. If I give, I'll get back. And if I do it right, nothing will ever go wrong. And all of these things contribute to a few things within the nice guy. One is a deep sense of frustration. The nice guy thinks these covert contracts should work. We developed these paradigms when we were this roadmap when we were a few months old. It's deeply wired into our emotional operating system, and it manages everything that we think, we feel, we do, and we think it should work. And when it doesn't work, we just double down. We try harder. I'll try harder to be a good guy. I'll give more to you so you'll give back, even though you're not giving me anything now, or not giving in the way I want you to. Or I'll even try harder to be perfect and follow all the rules. Then, everything will work out exactly the way I want it to. And then when these things don't work out, nice guys get really frustrated, as I mentioned before, resentful, maybe passive aggressive, indirect, roundabout anger, or maybe even something I call victim pukes, where everything just stores up, and you're so resentful, then finally you blow up and it all comes gushing out, and you say lots of hurtful things, and then you get freaked out and try to make it all better again because that's the nice thing to do. So there's core nice guy mistake number one.